All right.
Resident Evil 7.
Ooh.
You guys liked it? You hated it? Doesn't matter. What do you think comes next for the Resident Evil series? Where do you think the series should go next? What does Capcom need to do to gauge your interest in another Biohazard experience?
A plot twist with Chris.
Which is happening in the meantime. But let's move aside from just updating Resident Evil 7. Aside from updating Resident Evil 7, where should the series go next? There was talk before Resident Evil got announced that they were going to remake Resident Evil 2. You know, a lot of people assumed that they were going to remake it with tank controls, which is like the original control scheme from Resident Evil. And it was going to be old school with the, you know, tilted cameras and you not being able to see the enemy all the time.
Basically another
Resident
one Evil
in the classic
remastered
series. One, they also have the option of going back to the Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 6 style, that over-the-shoulder shooter, you know, guns blazing type game. But now we also have the new style of Resident Evil. Resident Evil has transitioned a lot. Yes, we have now the first-person kind of found footage type style of Resident Evil 7. You know what I mean? And don't forget, we also have all these characters that we can explore that we haven't seen in a long time too.
Exactly.
So what do you guys think the next Resident Evil, let's call it Resident Evil 8, Code Whatever-ka, should be called? Should be like. Peter, let's start with you.
All right, well, with me personally, basically Resident Evil, I know obviously this isn't a Resident Evil game, but it's pretty much this game particularly to me did exactly what Resident Evil did and even better. The game Evil Within, you asked to play it.
Oh, I do. I want to play that for the channel.
I keep forgetting to fucking bring that shit in. That game pretty much to me is what Resident Evil should have been. Because that game basically, it gives you the over-the-shoulder weapons, but it tells you that it's not good enough because you're not gonna have enough ammo even on normal, and then you're just left with like, well, shit, what do I do? Then the game becomes not just a challenge, but when you immerse yourself, it becomes more suspenseful because now you're engaging multiple targets and you're saying, well, this trap's not gonna work because he's speed running towards me and I'm assed out. And now what? So, but with Resident Evil. Oh, let me just pull out the shotgun real quick. Let me pull out old Betsy right here.
Yeah, but what separates Evil Within from Resident Evil 5,
you gotta
6,
understand,
and 4?
You gotta understand.
Because from what I understand, it's an over-the-shoulder shooter, isn't it?
You gotta understand that the ammo's more scarce. You got more how can I say, more different bad guys to have to deal with.
Okay. So
and also there's more variety of the bosses. The story's more in depth. Like the one boss that scared the dog shit out of me was that fucking girl with all the hands.
Well, don't ruin it for me. I plan on playing this soon.
Oh well,
this could be our next game in Villainy Theater. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Puck, no chill, bitch. I would have slapped the camera right now if it wasn't my camera.
It's not your camera.
Exactly, it's not.
It's not your camera.
But
basically.
So you want Resident Evil to become like that, like a third-person shooter, but with scarce ammo and a lot of enemy variety.
Exactly.
Types.
This Resident Evil 7 was just like was ridiculous, and then you have to play in the ultimate difficulty to like basically to get the feeling that I'm talking about. I mean, when I played it the first time, I was really I had moments where I just like screamed like a little bitch.
Yeah.
But after those moments, you know that there's nothing changing, there's nothing new. Essentially, the game just goes on repeat, and it gets
repetitive. And that's how Resident Evil 7 is pretty much.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 7. Once you beat the game once, I don't think there's no reason to play it again.
I really don't have a reason to play
unless
it
it's DLC. But then you're playing a whole new chapter.
Yeah. Because you want to know what happens next.
Yeah, but
I mean, I think Resident Evil is gonna have a DLC with Chris.
Oh, they do. They announced it.
Yeah, exactly. So, but as far as my whole review of the game, I hated it because of the nausea. I didn't know that you could
that problem.
Yeah, we fixed that problem, but I wasn't aware that that's something that
could be fixed.
That could be fixed or could actually happen to you, and then overall, let me see what else.
We don't have to review Resident Evil 7.
We're not going to review it.
But pretty much, you want the next Resident Evil to play like that,
I wanted to play like Evil Within. Like when you see the boss, you're saying, "Fuck, now what?" Not Now, oh, let me just climb down this ladder, shoot, run away.
In J Kid's case, climb the ladder.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I love ladders.
J Kid loves
I
ladders.
love
Oh, here we go.
We're gonna
Like,
make that into a meme.
Oh,
I know.
No, he wants to climb down the ladder, and
Instead
he
of
wants to
jumping.
ask the ladder for permission to climb down.
But you
My
know the
dream
reason
is to fall off a ladder like Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, of course. Everybody fantasizes about ladders at one point in their life.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can't blame the guy.
I fantasize about a ladder match every time.
And what do you think about the characters? Do you think they should bring back older characters, or they should be a whole new rebooted, or just?
I think they have to.
Introduce
They
new
have. They have
characters.
to bring back. Not bring back. They have to bring new characters because to constantly.
As in a reboot, or in that same universe?
Nah, just like in the same universe. I mean, because to constantly bring back the same heroic people, it just gets old. For me, it gets old. Like I was gonna get upset if I saw Leon. If I saw Leon, I would have been like,
I was
here we
thinking.
go.
I was thinking Leon was gonna be the one to show up too.
It
was between Leon or Chris.
I was thinking to
Leon's
myself
overdue.
that
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself that too. But when I saw the boat, I was actually thinking, Barry, you've come back.
Barry.
Fucking Barry.
Imagine
Jill
Barry
sandwich.
just come out. The Jill sandwich.
J Kid, I want to hear your what do you want from the next Resident Evil game?
I'm Jill. I'm going to spin in circles. Nah.
Go back to
GWA
GWA
days. Sorry,
days.
man. So I don't know. It's just with the new game being how it is. I would like to continue something like that. You know, something from where they left off, like maybe a new place. I hate mansions now because they always do it in mansions. I want it to be like a boat or some.
They had a boat in that game too, though.
They did, but I want majority of the boat. You know, like
Yeah.
I want a majority. Like something happened when you're in a cruise ship or and some algae turned into virus, whatever. I want like a brand new
cruise ship
story. Yo, it would be awesome.
Algae was pretty much.
I'm just saying.
What was the shit she was made out of? It was algae, wasn't it?
Either
What,
mold
The
or
little
algae
girl,
or
little
s-
monster girl.
She
little
was made out
monster
of. It was
She-
some type of serum.
No, that was a
symptom.
bio weapon that
Yeah, it's
she
a
could
bioweapon,
control.
so-
I understand that, but you remember that shit she was spewing out, and all the monsters used to come out of it. That
That was the bio
Fungus? I
weapon. It
think
was controlled by
fungus,
her
I'm not
emotions.
sure.
I don't know.
It was-
I didn't
it
really.
was
I didn't
disgusting.
understand what was the point with that chick anyway, the little girl.
It was disgusting.
I think that was a cop out almost too. I wish they actually didn't reveal the origins of how that all should happen. It should have just ended
And then
like right when you give the girl the serum. Like instead of going to the boat and doing that, the whole bullshit could just be taken out of the game, and I would have been happier.
I mean,
To be honest,
you mean so they
I
could
felt bad
tease
for her,
us, you
too.
know, tease us. So
But J Kid, continue. What do you want for the new game?
Well, I just want pretty much. I just want a new, you know, the continuing
location,
story,
a
new
continuation.
location. I think the story is pretty good. Besides all the gameplay, I mean, it did feel arcadish almost at the end of the.
How do you think they could be improved that? What do you want them to do to improve that?
Surprised me more mostly. I don't think it needs improving that much. I think they're good with the way they are, and with the story that they gave us already with 7, 8 can be somewhat of a continuation of that, you know, of that virus spreading. Mostly, that's what Resident Evil does.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I kind of agree with him with Peter with
Characters?
pretty much with the characters. Yes, they should go a new route with new characters because it does get old. It will get old.
It's the first time I've ever heard you guys agree on something.
I know, right?
Handshake,
Exactly.
guy. High five. No,
High
don't
five.
do it. Don't do
No.
it. They might knock over the cameras.
Oh, okay. That's right. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
I agree with you on the
right.
the fact that I like the control style. I like the first person style of the newer games. Definitely better than the you know, the over the shoulder running gun type style. I just feel like with the newer game, like yeah, it has surprises. Yeah, it's scary, but I feel like if it's not really fun, you're not gonna play the game again. There's no reason to play Resident Evil 7 twice. And the reason that you can't play it twice is because after the scares and after the all the surprises, there's nothing else there. There's no solid gameplay to say, wow, this is fun to play. Wow, I enjoy playing this shit.
I just wish
know what I
they
mean?
had like mini games on it too. Like
I don't know if it's
something
mini games with
like
it was missing
Mercenaries or
something
like that.
That
you know?
too.
Yeah,
It was
something
missing
like that.
Resident Evil 4 had mini games.
It was
Yeah.
missing something because I remember playing the older Resident Evils over and over and over and over. Like, but this one, I don't feel like there's no reason to go back
I
to
actually
it.
hated the old
Not
ones.
really.
Not even like the older ones. I'm talking about 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, okay.
Those games I could play them. I mean, the older ones I could do that
It was
too.
a story. To me, it was a story.
I don't think it was a story because I skipped cutscenes. But I think
Oh,
the gameplay
that's
was enjoyable. Even in the older tank control ones, I think the gameplay is enjoyable. The puzzle solving.
Yeah,
This game doesn't have like
think it's really
challenging
good.
puzzles. But as far as what I want them to do next, honestly, I was a big fan of them saying that they were going to remake Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind if they try to remake Resident Evil 2 in the style of Resident Evil 7. Like, make it a first-person game. You're still playing as Leon. You're still playing as Claire. Make the ammo scarce. Make the game and the environment more atmospheric and scary again. But just in the setting of Resident Evil 2. Like, you start off in the city. During the car crash. You know, there's zombies everywhere. Then you get inside the police headquarters. And you don't see zombies as much. You see them one at a time. But there's still, like, there's the lickers. There's those hunters. There's still all those variety of monsters from the older games. But you're pretty much playing an older game with a new play style. And I think that would work great for Resident Evil 2.
I think it would too. I mean, that game is overdue for a remake too. That's always been like a fan favorite out of the Resident Evil series.
I think it's mine too. I think mine is part 2 and the remake of part 1
just
for GameCube.
I guess it's because it's introducing Leon, which Leon actually set the bar after Jill. Because, you know, a lot of people
debatable.
Play it. It is debatable.
Whoa,
it is debatable. I agree. But with that, I mean, just to make a remake of Resident Evil 2 would be fantastic right now. You know,
I like it with the play style because I think that you know, you have to rework the puzzles.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to have as much jump scares because, like I said, that's gonna keep you from wanting to replay the game again.
I feel like
it's gonna take away the need for, you know,
yeah,
you know what's coming already. It's not gonna scare you anymore.
Exactly. But I feel like they should remake some puzzles. You know,
you would have
twist
to.
it up.
You would have to because some of the puzzles only would work in like a third-person game.
Yeah.
Like I can just picture pushing the what are those called? The statues that, you know, to get items out of.
Yeah.
Some of those things you would have to remake the puzzles.
Dead Space actually had a good method of scaring the shit out of you. Sometimes
Dead Space is that's good that you bring that shit up.
I love that you brought that shit up.
Because I remember one time I'm just walking down and I was playing right next to my little brother. I was like, man, the only way this game would get good if it didn't play the fucking scary music every time somebody fucking came up to me. And I kid you not, it happened just like that. Somebody just whacked me. I was like, what? Fucking shit. And I was like,
I'm glad you brought that shit up because Dead Space actually managed to be what I just described Resident Evil 7 wasn't. It was actually scary. It had jump scares, but it still makes you want to replay it again because the gameplay is good. The gameplay is enjoyable.
Storyline. It's the story. To me,
for
it's
you,
the story.
For you, it's a story, not from everyone.
Oh.
For me, it's not. You can't ask me the story of Dead Space. I don't fucking know what the story is. But I beat the shit out of part 1 a couple times.
Yeah, you can't tell me the story either.
I
just skipped them.
I like the fact when a monster holds you upside down and you're still trying to aim and shit like while being upside down. I dig that kind of shit. Like I think that was a Mondo tubular game.
Did that too.
Yeah, where they got it from Dead Space. But I think Dead Space was the first game to do that.
But I think they overdid it with Dead Space 3, even though it's a good game. But
I've actually never played part 3.
They turned Dead Space 3 into what essentially
Arcade-ish?
Resident Evil 4 was.
Yeah,
arcade.
It was like, God damn, it's too easy.
Action game.
I never did the co-op because I never had anyone to play with.
I had
Hello,
played the
Darkness, Peter's friend. But no, Dead Space 1 is a good place to look for. If they need ideas for another Resident Evil game, like how to be scary and be enjoyable, like be a nice
to me,
frenetic gameplay.
To me, even the normal, like you gotta lower the ammo count because there was way too much options for ammo. And then that last boss was just. That shit was just too easy. That was just given.
Yeah. And what? In Resident Evil 7?
Yeah, that shit was just given.
I think that was a cutscene. I don't think you actually have to shoot the shit.
You do.
No. I don't think you do.
Except
for that one time when they throw the gun at you. You know, the gun comes out of the helicopter. It's like the Albert Wesker gun.
Yeah.
And supposedly Chris throws it. But I think when they're holding you upside down,
honestly,
what if you made it to that point of the game without bullets? What if you wasted all your bullets? You know that little mine you run through?
What if you knifed everything?
That too. What if you just went there without bullets? There's no way you needed bullets to fight that monster.
There was this one guy that beat the whole game with a knife.
Yeah,
that's right.
There was.
But
that's what I'm saying. So I'm pretty sure that was just like a little cutscene ending.
I mean, a little cool for me. I felt bad for the girl because all she really wanted was a family, and she was biologically engineered.
Well, you go take care of her then. You go adopt that crazy little girl. Because she really wasn't a little girl. Spoiler warning for all you guys
spoiler alert
that didn't beat Resident Evil 7 yet.
No, yeah, but she later on became an old woman.
That's what I'm saying. So she wasn't really a little girl to begin with. She was already old.
I know, but imagine this: you're basically a little girl because they started her off as a little girl. You know, they actually raised her and they actually fucking followed her.
The scientists did.
Exactly.
And then
later on she
fucking
broke. She broke out. But basically, she imagine being raised in like in this huge ass white room, and you're just being constantly abused and constantly being thrown around for like all these tests and all this.
It didn't look like she was being thrown around. It looks like they were like taking her on a boat cruise or some shit.
Not even. They were just bringing it to another
facility. And then the girl Mia,
snapped.
she was pretending to be her mom, so she was having some type of family interaction. It wasn't like.
I mean, but that was all smoke and mirrors, though. That's why she abused the crap out of that hillbilly family, who basically just picked her up because they thought they were doing the right thing, but then they got fucking brainwashed.
Yeah, everyone on the boat did, didn't they?
That whole family's fucked up.
The whole family got fucked up because of
that whole family.
Oh, the son was fucked up to begin with.
Yeah, the son wasn't he like
he was torturing people
like that before?
But no, he wasn't torturing people. That was a normal family. That's why he has that one cutscene where the dad talked to you from beyond the grave, and he said, "Listen, son, I ain't gonna hurt you. I know."
That cutscene was horrible.
That was crazy.
That was horrible. How does that even make sense?
I don't know.
How is he talking to you from beyond the grave? And then the other girl's there also. What's her name? That girl that calls you over the phone, she was in the game for no reason, man.
Yeah,
she like didn't do anything.
No, that's
why would you save her life other than your girlfriend's life?
You're just there because if you choose Zoe, essentially your girlfriend dies. Your girlfriend dies.
I know, I remember that. But what's your incentive to save Zoe, who you've only spoken to over the phone, rather than saving your girlfriend? Like, let's say you're in the real life situation, Peter, and it's between your girlfriend, who, yes, she did try to kill you, but she's your girlfriend. You fucking married her. Versus saving the life of some girl you've only spoken to on the phone.
I think she's changed. I think Zoe's already the normal chick. I might as well save the normal chick. That's what I would have said in my head. I mean, I'm coming in there with open arms, baby. What's wrong? Stab him through the hand for the first time in my life. I've never been stabbed in that.
She's just showing you true love, Peter.
And your idea is, but dude, you married her. Like, I don't know about you, but there's not enough. No.
You got a wild way of thinking, brother.
I don't know about you, but a stab to the hand is real love.
That is not real love. No way.
It's open to interpretation. But so you would adopt a crazy psycho zombie little girl, but you wouldn't save your girlfriend who was possessed by this little psycho zombie little girl. You see how Peter thinks?
Hell yeah, no, right? Like, Because the whole point is that you don't know that she's possessed. Your character is unaware of that until basically
you don't even see the little girl until the end.
Nah, you don't.
Yeah,
you see her as an old lady.
You only realize that it's the old lady the whole time when you actually flip up the picture and it says they're E-001.
Yeah.
Then you realize
which is kind of a corny plot twist.
Too.
I think that was a pretty weak plot twist.
You know,
because you can kind of tell the old lady was.
I've been saying it the whole time. I was saying it since day one. I was like. Day one DLC, old lady is the real badass.
Yeah, you could tell.
I mean, besides that, the gameplay was great. I mean, I actually thought it was
think
great.
it's playable. I think it's enjoyable. I just don't think it's replayable.
It's not.
That's my thing with Resident Evil 7. There's no reason to go back to it. You know what I'm saying?
But with that, I mean, shoot, I lost track of thought. But with that, I'm just saying with that, pretty much. They do need to work. Capcom do need to work on the story mode because you're right. It's easily known. People can easily know like, oh, what's going on here before they finish the story.
I actually think what they need to do is fall back on story. Like, I don't think they need to give so many explanations. Like, leave that shit mysterious. Like, leave it mysterious and let people come to their own conclusions.
But that's you, though. I can't stand a game where it doesn't have...
So you don't like the way PT is? Because PT doesn't explain nothing to you.
But that's a fucking demo, though. You know, obviously...
A good demo.
A good demo that never was.
Obviously, fucking... Hideo Kojima would have made an in-depth story. You know, every fucking...
No, he wouldn't have. Because there's... Okay, one thing is explaining, like, Metal Gear Solid. Like, that needs to have a depth story because it has a lot of lore to it. But something like Silent Hill games, you don't need to explain them.
Yes, you do. Every fucking...
Talk to the mic.
Every fucking Resident Evil game I've ever... I mean, not Resident Evil. Every Silent Hill game.
They have minimal stories, like really, really light, but they don't explain the whole thing.
What's going on.
Only that you're looking for your daughter or that you're locked in some place or something.
Or you're looking for your
like
fucking girlfriend, like in Silent Hill 2. And then even still you get an explanation as to when you start reading.
You get a minimal explanation, but
when
it's not like...
When you read everything, you're supposed
It's been a long time since I played the first time.
Because your ass just...
I haven't even played it ever.
You just
I never
ran.
played any
You're
Silent Hill.
you're overdue for a Silent Hill game.
You just ran in that bitch like guns blazing. Silent Hill, honestly, is more of a horror game than any Resident Evil game.
It's psychological horror, though. You know what I mean? Resident Evil is like survival horror.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Silent Hill tries to fuck with your head.
Silent
Resident Evil, up until this Resident Evil, you've never had like illusions of like, you know, the little stupid shit that was going on.
But basically, to me, PT is a good scare, but that's it. You know, it's still needs story.
I'd rather play PT than play Resident Evil 7 again. I love playing PT. Even
I would
though
love to play PT.
Even though I know how to do everything in it already, but I feel like it's enjoyable to see someone else play.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's not a long game that you can stop playing whenever you want. There's no reason to keep playing.
That does depend on the player or the game, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's, mind you, like I said, that's just a demo. For me personally, it's a demo
that was going to be a full game.
A game has to have a good story because
Not every game.
for me it does. If it doesn't have a good story, there's no point for me to play it. There's no. No.
I don't know.
I caught you in a lie right here.
No.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Siege has a story. Has a good story.
But that's
Okay.
purely multiplayer.
Okay. So there you go.
And
you don't need a
basically-
good story to play a game.
That one, the only story
really.
that you basically get is a little minor story of the background with every character you unlock.
I mean, honestly, who plays?
In general, you don't need a story to play a video game.
And honestly, who,
But that's
plays
like-
Call of Duty
For the campaign.
I can play the campaign.
But who really, in general,
You play
like,
the
who
campaign,
plays
but
it?
but do you care about?
Do you
the
really
campaign?
care about the
I played
campaign?
it.
Do you care about the multiplayer or the
I
campaign?
cared about Modern Warfare 4 when it came out, and then Part 2, and then Part 3. But I cared about Black Ops 1 and 2, and then I dismissed Part 3, and that's when I just stopped playing Call of
But
Duty.
do you play mostly the campaign or do you play the multiplayer?
No, I mean, I mostly played the multiplayer, but
Okay.
still, it's like I enjoyed the campaign still. You know, I don't just brush it to the side and go straight multiplayer.
Some people do.
You know, I wasn't that guy who put in
I
the
think
multiplayer.
I think most people.
Most people do.
No,
that,
there's a lot of
actually.
people that do that bit.
Yeah.
Me
Most people
personally,
do,
I jump in for the story first, and then I could dive in on the multiplayer. You know, with Rainbow Six Siege, you get a briefing of basically you know, terrorists inside, go deal with it. You know, it's A to B. There's no story, and you do get minor background story on all your characters, and that in a way could be a story, but you by buying that game, you know that you're not getting a story. You're just playing it just to play.
That's true.
I guess so, but
I guess.
when it comes to Resident Evil, I don't know. In my opinion, fall back on the story shit. Like every time they try to explain some shit, it gets worse. Like it just makes no fucking sense.
It's because you're looking at it from a different universe, because there's so many Resident Evil universes.
There's only one main one. And stop banging on the fucking
Stop
table.
banging on the table, man. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you.
But in Resident Evil, there's one main universe. Like in general, there's like the Chris, Jill, Leon, Wesker universe, and then there's the movie universe, but that shit doesn't count. Who watches you watch the movies?
I never watched it. I never watched any of
The
them.
Resident Evil movies?
I saw them, and they just get worse and worse and worse every time.
I wonder if the last one is worse.
I remember watching Barry die. Barry went out with like a G.
Barry
though.
was in the movies.
Barry,
Yeah, all
Barry
the characters are in the movie. Chris,
Barry was
Barry,
in the movie. He was
Jill.
portrayed as an Asian guy. I don't know his name.
And Barry was Asian.
Barry was Asian with a
believe so,
big
yeah.
ass mustache and his red police jacket.
Vest.
Red vest.
Because I know Leon was on one of them.
Yeah,
I've seen
I know
Leon.
was on one of them.
You gotta be kidding me. They
All of
disrespected
them.
Barry like that and made him Asian?
Respected Barry.
Yeah, he's Asian.
Come on, Capcom. That's not even
I don't
Capcom that made the
I don't
movie.
even think that was Capcom's
It wasn't
fault.
their fault.
It wasn't his fault. Yeah.
For once, it wasn't
their fault.
Capcom's fault.
It's not Capcom's fault, man.